Hello, my name is Chloe. Welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing to you another 24-hour reading vlog. So right now it is about 7:15 on Saturday the 27th of June, and I'm bored. I have not got any plans for tomorrow. I don't particularly feel like I've achieved a lot today. So I thought, why the hell not do another 24-hour readathon? So I think I'm making a couple more notes for my book club podcast with Brittany, which is up in 3 days. Jesus. So yeah, I need to finish off my notes. We need to have a chat about that. But really, that's all I have planned. So I'm probably going to finish my notes, go for a shower just to or maybe a nice bubble bath just to feel a bit better, and then get settled for the evening and read. Right now I'm reading, where is my book? There it is. I'm reading Blood Promise by Rochelle Mead, and basically what's prompted me is the last time I wanted to do one of these readathons, my own personal readathons, I was reading book 3 in the Vampire Academy series, and this is book 4. I am currently 216 pages in, and it's like a 500-page book, just under 500 pages. So I've got a good, can I not count? Like just under 300 pages to go, which is the size of a small book. Like that is quite a lot of writing. So I wanted to have something to film to motivate me to read, and then if I read some more stuff after, then that is just a benefit. So I guess you're joining me for this. It's technically not even going to be 24 hours because I'm going to start it before midnight, but then I'll start counting my pages at midnight, following all the way through tomorrow. So I guess we're doing this, but I just want to film a quick intro. So now I've talked for 2 minutes, I will leave you and I will get back to you when I have a reading update. So it is 10 to 12. I'm counting it as midnight because I would like to pick up Blood Promise and I have not started it yet. So maybe, well, I mean, I have started it. I haven't started reading from earlier, so I'm still page 216. I'm also like a few drinks down now, and yeah, I'm going to carry on drinking and read some more because I'm having a good night. So I'm not making any sense. Right, start again, Chloe. I've had a few drinks. I've poured my next one. It's 10 to 12. I would like to start reading, so I'm going to pick up Blood Promise, and depending on how much I read, if I'm storming through the pages, then I will take some off my total page count, but I really don't think 10 minutes is going to make all that difference, especially as this isn't an official readathon. So I'll start doing that now, and I am intending on staying up the whole night, but we will see. Okay, so it is 1 a.m. I'm on page 275 and I can't keep my eyes open. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep sat up. I'm gonna say, don't think the vodka was a good idea. As she takes another sip. But I made that one far too strong and it's genuinely made me sleepy. So I'm going to eat the second half of a chocolate bar I opened. I have Reese's Sticks, which I'd never seen before. So I'm going to eat the other half of that. And then probably go to sleep with the aim to be up very early tomorrow. Rude. Yeah, with the aim to be up really, really early and carry on reading. But for now, this isn't going well. So it is 9:30 on Sunday morning, and I've had a slight moment in my head saying, should I bother filming this? But I think I'm gonna keep going. I've got a massive headache. I'm tired. I haven't done much reading. Did I update you before I went to sleep? I think I did. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of reading, and I'm just not in the mood at all, but I'm gonna try and force myself. I think the wrong idea was drinking last night, but I feel okay now. I feel better than I did last week at least, because I went and had some drinks with a friend and didn't get back in until 2 a.m. So I definitely feel better than I did then, but this is not a good day where I'm going to get loads done, but we'll see. I'm going to try and get up now and carry on reading, but I'm really not motivated. Okay, so it is 11:05. I'm on page 376, so I have made some progress. I'm just gonna spend some time tidying up my room and then carry on reading, but I just need a little reading break. Okay, so this hasn't been going too well. It's now 1 o'clock, nearly 1 o'clock, and I just finished Blood Promise. So it has taken me 13 hours of a 24-hour readathon to read 300 pages, which is not good progress. It's fine. I did not have the night I wanted to. I had a pretty miserable evening and early morning, so I probably did the best I could in the situation. But this is that book finished. I gave it 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. There were a couple things that irritated me that meant I couldn't give it 5 stars, but overall I think this was a great addition to the Vampire Academy series, and I'll be picking up book number 5 very soon. So I don't have an actual book planned to read next, so I am going to do the Scavenger Hunt. I think this was made by Kayla from Books and Lala, but I've seen Emily over at Emily Kathleen Reads do it twice now. And I would like to do it to pick my next book. So I'm going to get my notes and we're going to do that together. Okay, so I did want to do this as an individual video, but I guess I can always do that in the future. For now, I just want to use it to pick a book to read. So the first question is go to your favourite book, go to the acknowledgements and find a book by an author with the same name. So I Have No Shame. We have Twilight. I have several books I would class as all-time favourites, but Twilight right now is probably the winner. Acknowledgements are at the front, and the first name I've seen is Steve on the second line. So do I have any books by a Steve? I don't think so. I'm going to check Goodreads because I have absolutely no idea. Not what I can think of. Maybe something on my Kindle? Okay, so I have no Steves. There is a book I read a very long time ago called You Can Run by Steve Mosby, but I no longer have that. I unhauled it. So the next name I'm seeing when I open this up is Megan. You will not be able to see that, but it says Megan. And I have 2 books by a Megan, so I'm going to go for one that I read very recently. And that is The Escape Room by Megan Goldin, which I buddy read with Connor over at Connor's Library Corner. So the next question is pick something on the cover and find a book that has that in the title. Okay, so we've got a lift, blood, and a switch. Is that, what would you call it, the button? I want to say switch because I have the switch, but let's say, there's lights. Let's say blood for now. There is, I don't know if you'll see that, there's a patch of blood. So do I have a book? Of course I have a book. I have so many vampire books. What book shall I go for with blood in the title? So I have gone for Blue Bloods. Actually, I'm thinking this works more. This book is blue and has blood. Blue Bloods. I have not read this. I did when I was very young. And I've wanted to reread it for such a long time because I can't remember anything about it, but that's that book. So the next one, go to page 50, line 5, pick a word from that line and find a title with that word in. So page 50, line 5, Mother. I know I have a book with Mother in the title. Just to show you. It does say Mother. Will that focus? Mother. I have a book. Give me a second because it's in a very inconvenient place. So I have A Mother's Reckoning by Sue Klebold, who is the mother of Dylan Klebold, one of the Columbine shooters, which again, I haven't read. I want to read it. It's just going to be very hard hitting. So I think I'm going to leave this one for when myself and Brittany potentially do a true crime version, like a true crime month of our book club. That has been talked about, so this is a potential. So right, I've got the book. The next one, find a book that you gave 5 stars to with the same colours on the cover. That's going to be difficult. This is like white and cream, and a bit of red text. Damn, this is going to be hard. Okay, so this was actually a really difficult one because that is hard to pinpoint colours with it being a photo, but I went for white and cream and red text, and I found Revolution by Jennifer Donnelly, which is such an amazing book. I actually think I've read this twice, and I think the first time I gave it 5 stars and last time I gave it 4 stars, but I am counting that as I've given it 5 stars at some point in my life. They're not really all that similar, but that's as close as I'm going to get to this book. So Revolution. And then it says, find a book with the same number of pages. So this book has 472. And I am going to cheat because I don't want this to be a whole video. This is just a part of my vlog. So I don't want to spend forever combing through my books trying to find a 472 page book. So I'm going to use Goodreads. I have a shelf on my Goodreads called my actual bookshelf. So I'm going to use that to put number of pages and sort it. Okay, so Goodreads actually says this has 484, which I guess is just including the acknowledgements and some blank pages at the back. And I do have another book with exactly 484 pages, and that is A Curse, the Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. So the next one is flip the book open to any page and the name that you see, find an author with the same name. So random page, Grey. I don't have an author. I knew it was going to say Grey. There's not many characters in this. Let's check. No, so of course only the 50 Shades of Grey books came up. Jake. I must have a Jake. That's a very common name. No Jakes. These are all very... I don't have authors with these names. Freya? Maybe a Freya? Nope. Got Ren, we've got Evelyn, we've got Cole, but spelled Cole as in the coals with an E. Dahlia. It's got to be a normal name. Will. No! Oh my god. I'm starting from the first page. Jake. No. Jake. No. Mom. Dad. Lawrence. No Lawrences. Mom. Jake. Lawrence. Harper. We don't have any Harpers. How would I have forgotten the main character's name? If I have a Harper now, I'm going to feel really bad, but... I do! How have I not noticed that? Right, let me find it. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Sorted. So, I guess we should start drifting towards my unread books. Now we have find a book with the same number of letters in the title. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 letters. I'm gonna hit my TBR cart, I think. So, I have a box I keep under my bed of oddly shaped books, and that will come in my bookshelf reorganisation video where I buy a new TBR cart if you have not seen that. So 18, and also in that box we have The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. Right, then find a book with a similar cover. So blue, we have literally a blue sky. So I'm gonna search my shelves for a book with a blue sky. So I think this is as similar as I'm going to get, and that is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills. It's not actually a sky, it's like blue and green painted, but we've got some stars. It's supposed to look kind of like a sky, and I genuinely think that is as close as I'm gonna get. And I mean, it's just blue and a bit of green, so it is the same. And the last one is flip to a random page, point at a random word, and find a book with that word in the title. So this is going to be the book I read. So random word, point, as. Literally, as. I'm assuming I have a book with as in the title. Oh, I do, but I didn't want to read it. Oh no. The book I am now going to read is Light as a Feather by Zoe Arson. This was in one of my books I'm daunted by videos because I am very, very intimidated by this book. But looks like this is what I'm going to be reading for as long as the day as it takes me. So yay. As I said, it's just gone 1 o'clock and I have 11, how can I not count? Yeah, 11 hours till the end of this readathon. So how many pages is this? It's about 400. So let's say I can do it in what, 6 hours maybe? Not feeling great about this because, as I said, it is in my books I'm daunted by, so I know I'm not, like, it's not gonna be a quick read. But let's do this. Hello, so this is probably the least flattering I've looked in the vlog so far. I thought I'd give a quick update because I'm being really, really awful at updates this time. It is 2:35 and I am 66 pages into Light as a Feather. So it's taken me some time. Like, when did I start reading this? I've written down 2, but I think it was just before 2. So let's say I've been doing it for an hour. I've read like a page a minute, I guess. There's nothing wrong with this. I like how it's written. I like the idea of the story. I'm just for some reason not feeling it, but I'm carrying on. I'm pushing through. Let's say by 3 o'clock I want to be on page 100. Yeah, let's have that as an aim for now, and I will let you know if I hit my aim. So it is a couple minutes past 3 and I just got to page 112. So I carried on reading until I hit a chapter, and this is kind of spooky. Like, the only thing that's happened is what I know was going to happen from the back, but I'm kind of loving it. So I haven't actually said this is about a group of teenage girls, like high school teenage girls, who play a game at a sleepover called Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board, where somebody in the group predicts the death of someone laying in the middle, and then they do this weird chanting thing that makes them raise from the floor. Either way, their death is predicted in a very gruesome way. And Violet, who is new in town, predicts the death of Olivia. And it's really, really horrible, and things start playing out exactly the way that Violet said they would. And it does say on the back, this isn't a spoiler, until a week later when, though it unsettles McKenna, it all seems harmless at the main time. McKenna is our main character. Until a week later when Olivia dies, exactly the way Violet predicted. So that is what has happened so far. Like, the start of chapter 6 says Olivia's memorial service was held on Monday. So that is pretty much, I'm ignoring the last paragraph on the back. I never read the whole blurb, especially when it's that long. So I don't actually know what else is going to happen. That's all I knew about. So I actually can't wait. I am sort of loving it. It's just taking me a little bit of time. So what are we? We're 3 minutes past 3 now and I'm on page 112. So let's say I want to get to page 200 by 4:30. So I will give you an update at 4:30 and tell you where I've got to. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to lie in the same position and read. So I was going to leave this till 4:30, but I ended up like on a round chapter page. So I'm now on chapter 12, which is page 233. So I am more than halfway through this. I'm not actually sure of the percentage I am through this, but I'm more than halfway. Really enjoying it, actually. You can tell it's not the best written thing you've ever read, but I'm really enjoying it and I can't wait to find out what's happening. as soon as you bring a Ouija board into things, then it gets a lot more interesting. And I'm glad I finally picked this up. So yeah, half 4 I said I wanted to get to page 200, and it's like 25, no, half 3. What time is it? I am so confused. Half 3. I want to say it's half 3. Where's the time? It's half 4. Oh wow, half 4. I said I wanted to get to page 200. I'm actually on page 233, so I've gone a little bit faster than I wanted. On that note, could I get to page 300 by 5 o'clock? Maybe? That's quite ambitious, actually. So it's only just over 300 pages long. It's like 350 pages. Let's say I want page 300 by 5:15. And if it gets to that time, then I need to start thinking about making dinner anyway. So page 300 by 5:15. Okay, so it is 5 p.m. and I'm having a break to do dinner because my sister's actually started cooking something for me. And I'm on page 279, so I really don't have too much to go. I'm hoping to eat some dinner, come back and pretty much finish that off in one go. So yeah, really enjoying this. It's very easy to read, and I want to get it done really soon. Hello, so it has just gone 7 o'clock and I finished Light as a Feather by Zoe Arson. I'm giving it 3 stars. It was fine, but the last few chapters felt like a completely different book. Like, the characters did not act how the characters behaved through the rest of the book. It was so strange. And I then realised that this Light as a Feather game, the author didn't make it up. It's an actual thing. Like, one of my friends in America said, yeah, we did that in middle school. And I'm like, oh, I thought she'd actually come up with a game, not just use like something that does exist. But yeah, I didn't really want to unhaul this completely because I have got like a signed book plate and everything in here. But I'm going to be sending it to the friend who told me that that is an actual thing. I'm going to be making her a box of like English treats and popping this book in as well. So I guess there is a good use that's come out of that. What I'm actually going to do for the rest of tonight is reread Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I have the second book, The Vanishing Stair, and have no idea what happened in this book. So I'm going to reread this first. And I guess I have 5 more hours of my 24-hour readathon, so in theory I can get this read. Okay, so it is 8:30 and I've been taking part in a book group I'm in on Facebook, are having a cozy reading night. So we have been doing sprints since pretty much 7 o'clock, and I've been reading Truly Devious, and so far I am 94 pages in. So that's only been a full hour of sprints, so I feel like I've done a fair amount in that time, and our next sprint is starting in about 15 minutes. So I'm not too confident that I'm going to get extremely far with this book tonight. I think if I got to page 200, maybe 250, I'd be really impressed. I do love this book. I read it last year and I actually want to find out what rating I gave it. Let's look while I have Goodreads open, because it may have been a 4-star. Yeah, 4. Could it have been a 4.5? Oh, actually, I've just looked and in my review I wrote this is close to a 4-star but not quite. It's a 3.75, I think. It took me a little while to get into, but really picked up at the end. I'm not too pleased with the ending because now I really need to read the sequel and I hate being forced like that. But I'm so grateful for Brittany for buying me this book, and I'm glad I read it. So I do definitely agree with that so far, like remembering that. I think I felt like it was a 4-star book, but I got annoyed at the ending because I just feel like I remember saying, yes, you can have a cliffhanger, but don't make the whole story not make sense, because I don't like being forced to carry on. But I mean, I own the sequel, so Maureen Johnson worked. She's got more money out of me. But yeah, 94 pages in. Keep reading for a bit. But yeah, I'm sort of aiming in my head to have this finished tomorrow, like even if it's outside of this readathon. So sort of excited. So it is 10:10 and I think I'm gonna have to call it a night. Like, I'm so tired and I didn't even stay up all last night. I got to page 174 of Truly Devious, so I think that's a slight success. But yeah, it's kind of late now, so I think I will leave you with an update that I will film tomorrow when I'm more alive. So it is 1:30 on Monday now. I'm on my lunch break as per usual with all of my vlogs, and I just want to give you a final wrap up of what I read yesterday. So I read 297 pages of Blood Promise by Rochelle Mead, followed by the entirety of Light as a Feather, which was 376 pages, and then I managed to read 174 pages of Truly Devious, bringing my total for the day to 847 pages, which for me, for 24 hours, is kind of bad, but I did sleep for like 10 of the 24 hours, so it kind of makes sense. I'm not going to do another one of these now for a little while. I'll be taking part in Becca's Bookoplathon on the 11th and 12th of July, which is a 48-hour readathon, and I'm going to stay awake for the first 24 hours of that. So I'm excited to do that, but maybe doing a 24-hour readathon with no like responsibility to it is what's making me less good at it. I don't know. I feel like I need to be accountable to somebody. So I've done it. I am going to post this vlog. I wasn't sure whether to just delete all the footage because it didn't go the best, but no, I will post it. I'll find time in my upload schedule. It might be a little bit after today, but yeah, I'm going to post it. You guys can see me just reading at various stages between sober and drunk for 24 hours. So hope you guys enjoyed. So on that note, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.